As we said, the diplomatic efforts between Russia and Ukraine continue today. The two sides will meet for a fifth round of talks. Ukrainian President Zelensky made another appeal yesterday to Russian soldiers and citizens who are fed up with the war. Here he is in a video posted to social media yesterday. We've put the English translation on the screen.
Вы будете забирать жизни. Вас очень много. Но и вашу тоже заберут. Но ради чего вам погибать? И зачем? Я знаю, что вы хотите выжить. Предлагаю вам выбор. От имени украинского народа мы даем вам шанс выжить. Если сдадитесь нашим силам, мы будем обращаться с вами так, как и положено обращаться с людьми. Именно с людьми, достойно. Как с вами не обращались в вашей армии. И как ваша армия не обращается с нашей.
Zelensky will virtually address members of the U.S. Congress tomorrow. In a joint letter yesterday announcing the speech, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer wrote in part, quote, Congress remains unwavering in our commitment to supporting Ukraine as they face Putin's cruel and diabolical aggression. We look forward to the privilege of welcoming President Zelensky's address to the House and Senate and to convey our support to the people of Ukraine as they bravely defend democracy.
David Ignatius, I somehow think the topic of Polish MiGs may come up. What do you think, what's going to be on Zelensky's mind when he addresses the joint session of Congress?
I would guess that he's going to thank the United States for supporting him. He's going to ask for more help. He's going to say we stand alone fighting the fight that we all share against Putin's authoritarian rule. But I'd be surprised if he wasn't in a mood to thank America. We're putting now billions of dollars into support for Ukraine. I think he's going to ask for more. I think the MiGs will be part of that, but that's probably not going to be a successful appeal. The Pentagon seems pretty well set against it. But there are lots of things the White House is thinking about doing to add to Ukraine's ability to resist Russian aggression. Bigger, stronger anti-aircraft missile systems, the possibility of drones that can do real damage to these Russian forces. All the things that an army needs to fight, I think they're trying to make sure they have in stock, they get from former Soviet allies that have got extra stocks to provide, and they get them into the country quickly. I think they're really mobilizing for that, and so there'll be discussion of that between Zelensky and the members of Congress. I think it's important that President Biden will be trying in his way to embrace this struggle as strongly as he can. I heard somebody in the Biden administration tell me yesterday, if you want to find a peace for this country that is being slammed every day by these terrible rocket attacks, we see the video, then provide them more weapons. The way to get to an end of this war is to be tougher on Russia. Russia's on the run. Hit them harder now. That's the way you get to peace.
Well, the White House is weighing a potential overseas trip for President Biden to Europe in the coming weeks. The visit would focus on the war in Ukraine and strengthening alliances, according to 3 U.S. officials, with 2 people familiar with the discussions. NBC News reports NATO is discussing holding a meeting with heads of state next week in Brussels, according to U.S. and foreign officials who said a meeting of leaders from members of the military alliance could serve as a venue for a Biden trip.
Let's bring in right now the host of Way Too Early and White House Bureau Chief at Politico, Jonathan Lemire. Let's talk about that trip in a second. First, let's go back to what Zelensky's going to be asking for in front of the joint session of Congress. David said that the Pentagon really feels strongly about not getting those MiGs over to the Ukrainians. What can we expect? What additional measures can we expect the White House to take under pressure as he is from all sides?
Yeah, my reporting lines up with David's. The Pentagon is very reluctant to send over those MiGs, the jets. That does not seem to be really on the table right now. But there will be efforts. The U.S. hopes to continue to get more arms over there, as tricky as that is. And it's going to be a pretty powerful political moment yesterday. Zelensky, of course, has emerged tomorrow, I should say, when Zelensky addresses Congress. He, of course, has emerged as this really rousing figure. The Churchill comparisons have been bandied about, and I think he certainly will thank the U.S. tomorrow. But White House officials that I've talked to also expect that, yeah, he'll make a pretty rousing call for more help. And I think he'll probably energize Congress, who will be happy to then walk to the microphones and demand that. And therefore, it will be a balancing act for Russia, for the White House, as you know, they try to engage with Ukraine as best they can while not being fully involved, engaged to the point where armed conflict would break out with Russia. They're expecting, White House aides I talked to last night, there might be moments of them being a little uncomfortable here, where Zelensky's going to make big asks that the White House may not be able to immediately provide, as much as, of course, they want to showcase his heroism and bravery.
Hey, thanks so much for watching our YouTube channel. You can follow up on today's top stories and breaking news, or catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.